What if humans were not divided into male and female? What if we were a single-sex species? It's a strange thought, one that challenges our understanding of what it means to be human. Our entire history, from our biology to our social structures, has been shaped by the existence of two sexes, but let's imagine a world where this fundamental difference didn't exist. In this world, the concept of gender as we know it might be entirely absent. There would be no men or women, just humans. This simple change would have profound ripple effects on every aspect of our lives. Imagine a world without gender stereotypes or discrimination. This world might be a more equitable place where individuals are judged solely on their merits, not their biological sex. But this hypothetical scenario raises many questions. How would reproduction work? What would family structures look like? Would we be a more peaceful and cooperative species? Or would new forms of competition and conflict arise? The most immediate question is, how would a single-sex species reproduce? In the natural world, there are examples of single-sex reproduction, such as parthenogenesis, where offspring develop from unfertilized eggs. If humans were a single-sex species, we might have evolved a similar mechanism. Perhaps we would all possess the biological capacity to reproduce independently without the need for a partner. This biological reality would necessitate a complete reimagining of pregnancy and childbirth. Would there be designated individuals who carry pregnancies, or would it be a shared responsibility? The concept of parenthood would take on a whole new meaning. Of course, this is all speculation. We are so far removed from this hypothetical scenario that it's impossible to say with certainty how the biology of a single-sex human species would work. However, it's an intriguing thought experiment that challenges us to think beyond our current understanding of human reproduction. Beyond the biological implications, a single-sex human species would result in a radically different social structure. The traditional family unit built around the concept of a mother and a father would cease to exist. Instead, new forms of kinship and community would likely emerge. Parenting might become a communal responsibility, with groups of individuals coming together to raise children. Or perhaps technology would advance to a point where artificial wombs could gestate and nurture fetuses, further blurring the lines of traditional parenthood. The absence of gender would also likely have a profound impact on our social interactions. Without the ingrained roles and expectations associated with being male or female, our relationships with one another might be fundamentally different. Would we be more collaborative and less competitive? Or would new forms of social hierarchy and power dynamics emerge? From an evolutionary perspective, it's difficult to say whether a single-sex human species would be more or less successful than our current two-sex model. On the one hand, sexual reproduction, with its mixing of genes, is a powerful driver of evolution, allowing for adaptation and resilience in the face of changing environments. A single-sex species might be more vulnerable to disease or environmental pressures. On the other hand, a single-sex species would be free from the often complex dynamics of sexual selection. Without the need to compete for mates, energy and resources could be directed towards other pursuits, potentially leading to advancements in other areas. Ultimately, the question of whether a single-sex human species would thrive or falter is a matter of speculation. It is a thought experiment that forces us to confront our assumptions about what is natural and inevitable, and to imagine the vast spectrum of possibilities that lie beyond our current reality.